next we have the Stanford Cardinal. And yes, they are the Cardinal and not the Cardinals. In 2024, they went 3-9. In 2023, they had gone 3-9. So Troy Taylor in 2 years, he's put up 3-9 records in both years. Not unsuspected that they went 3-9 this year. They weren't expected to be a very good football team. Joining the ACC, another one of those California teams now in the ACC that had to fly across the country to play away games. It just surprises me how far this program has fallen off. This was a program that, had some history, was bad for a while. Jim Harbaugh got them on the right track. They had these great players, Toby Gerhart, Andrew Luck, Christian McCaffrey, Richard Sherman, really solid running defense, hard-nosed teams for so good for so many years. And they've just fallen back into what they were, in the late 90s and early 2000s, and just kind of a doormat team.
Yeah, there is literally no more remnant of the Jim Harbaugh era at Stanford. Everything you said, they used to be a very hard-nosed, pound-it kind of team, and they were going to punch you in the mouth. Now, they just don't have it.
Yeah. I would say they only won 3 games, but 2 of those games were actually upsets of really good football teams. They beat Syracuse on a 51-yard field goal, and then they also beat Louisville in a game that was highlighted by wide receiver Emmett Mosley, who caught 13 passes for 168 yards and 3 touchdowns. So they managed to pull off 2 big victories over really solid teams, but their quarterback, who I think is actually supposed to be really good, he transferred out. His name's Ashton Daniels. He was successful this season. He set their school quarterback rushing record with 669 yards, but once again, he transferred out. And their defense was still just porous. It didn't get any better from the year before. They did force 17 turnovers, and they had 3 that were returned for touchdowns. That was the school record. But other than that, not a lot to write home about. If there is one glimmer of hope, Andrew Luck has returned to the program. He is taking over as their GM, which college teams have new GMs now, which is strange. But he's going to have a tall task. Obviously, his dad has lots of experience in front offices, and we shall see if his quarterback brain transfers over to his team management brain, helping turn them back around. Stanford coming into the conference this year, I don't think they had lots of expectations. The fact that they pulled off 2 upset wins over solid teams, it's actually pretty good. I don't think they expected to win that many games this year. So 3-9 would be horrendous for most everybody else, but for them, a team that wasn't expected to be very good, I gave them a C.
Yeah, that is bad. It just is. When I think of Stanford, I still think about those old Jim Harbaugh teams, and it's disappointing to see where they're at now. So this season was just terrible. So I gave them a D. And as far as their record goes, since they only won 3 games, that gets them a D+ there.
And in 2024, the Nitro Show final grade for the Stanford Cardinal is a D.